Alrighty, so we are
Okay, I'll
back
recap
in...
this time. So last time on the Warriors of Time, we had found a job, and we had gone to Lucius's horde, and he had tasked us to deliver a. Let me check here. Uh, a container that the royal pendant of Artie was stored. That a replica of the container that the royal pendant of Artie is stored in, and we are tasked to deliver it to a farmhouse just a bit outside of town to a kind of sketchy sounding dude that had a red banded face to him. And then we eventually proceeded out of town and to the farmhouse, and we meet up with him, and he seems kind of sketchy, obviously dressed all up in black, seems to have a sailor background, sound be like Cheech. And we make the delivery to him, and he disappears into a windmill, and then we come up to investigate it, and he's talking in primordial and revealed to be working with Westor. And then we break in, and then he puffs away in a puff of gray smoke, and after that a bunch of bandits come out, and they get thoroughly brutalized. And then after that, we checked the gold that we received from him, and half of it was fake gold. After which, we check them over, and we confirm that the bandits that popped out were also working with him for Wester. And then we return to town, and getting in, and then Torin wished to go to Lucian's horde to investigate things, and that's about where we left off.
Mm-hmm.
Sound about right? Did I miss
Yeah, but
anything?
none of the
Yes.
party sounds about right. But the party doesn't know about that though. Doesn't know about nightly stroll.
And we went back and got in rooms.
Sounds good. Anything anybody else want to add before we get started?
Mm-hmm.
I think that sounds about like everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okie dokie then. Alright, so you all have returned. You all took your night in the inn. Barterin, you have chosen to go out for a nightly stroll.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Oh, last
Speaking
time
in
too,
tongues.
Salem kind of saw he had a glint in his eye. I was gonna follow him out there, see what he's up to.
Okay. So, Barterin, you're just going to step out the door and just kind of walk down the street, huh?
Yeah. Just make it try not to be too try not to be too try to make it look like I'm just walking around town, just taking in the sights and sounds of everything. Try not to be too conspicuous. And when I get closer to the jeweler, I'll try to be more inconspicuous, more stealthy.
Alright, so you're just going to casually walk down the street in the night.
Yep, just walking around, hood back and everything, make it just nodding to people as I go about the local nightly patrol. Make it look like I'm just a regular citizen.
Alright, so you wander down the street. You're getting relatively close to the jewelry shop. It's pretty late. Darkness has set in, obviously. There's not really hardly anybody out on the street. Save a few kind of watch guys. You've been a few town watch and a few other things like that, and they've kind of looked upon you kind of like what's somebody doing out here late at night kind of deal, and have taken notice.
I'm trying to be inconspicuous.
You're walking down the street in the middle of the night in a town where people don't really do that.
Alright, well in that case, I'm going to try to find the nearest alleyway, duck down it, and hide.
Okay. So you duck down the nearest alleyway. Roll me a stealth check, please. We'll go ahead and bring up the map. Didn't really need it. Okay.
Oh,
You
still
look at
16, so it's pretty good.
It's that one. That one.
Got a 16.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I told it to reshare the map, and it did not do that.
Hmm.
Oh, fun.
It didn't pop it up. You can pop it up yourself.
Yeah, maps on the right, then
Yep.
Dropbox to new, and then
Yeah.
Greyhawk map, or not map, but Greyhawk town, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Greyhawk. There it
Oh.
is.
Stop checking the other ones because you don't need them right now.
Which one are we opening?
Greyhawk town.
Yeah. You don't have to open it.
Well, it's just there for reference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I guess if you want to walk to a different part of town, you can look around on the map.
It's more just so you all have. All right.
Yeah.
So you have hidden down the alleyway, and you stealthed up a bit. All right. So you can. So what do you? You're now down this alleyway. You've hooded yourself. You've kind of left in the shadows. What do you want to do now?
I want to make sure there's nobody following me. Nobody noticed that, that nobody saw me.
Okay. Okay. So you peer around, look a bit. You don't feel that anybody's following you.
Okay. In that case, am I near the jewel shop?
Oh yeah, you're just a few blocks down from it.
All right, I'm gonna continue traveling down the back alleyways till I get to the behind the building. Like there's an alleyway that's right next to the building, or in the back, behind the building. I'll go there because Bartoran knows it's if you can do a B&E, always go for the least, the most, the entrance that people would never expect. Which in this case would be the back entrance.
Okay, you stealth down the alleyway. There is not a back entrance into this building actually, but you are able to kind of go down an alleyway to the basically to the jewelry shop. It makes sense. There's an alleyway.
All right, cool. So is there a back door? I didn't catch that. Did you say there was or wasn't a back door?
Was not. There is not a back
Alright.
door. There's only one entrance.
Are there
There are
windows?
windows. There are
Alright,
windows.
cool. I'll try to. I'll try to open the window see if it's locked or not.
Okay. So you try a window nearby. It does appear to be locked.
All right. I would like to use my thieves' tools to unlock it.
It's a sleight of hand check, right?
I do have proficiency with my thieves' tools. So would I add my proficiency bonus to it or no?
1 second. I looked this up the other day. I can't remember how that works.
Night
Take your
mode.
time. I'm good.
Yeah, you basically give me a dex check with proficiency bonus, please.
Okay, so dex check plus proficiency. So that's technically a 14 because my proficiency is +2. Oh no, that includes the proficiency. Okay, so that's 12. That's just a 12.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so you get a 12.
Yeah.
Let's see. You try and unlock the window, but it does not budge.
All right.
It seems to be heavily locked from the inside.
Are there any other windows I can try?
There are other windows, yes.
All right, I'd like to try another window.
Okay.
Same thing.
Sure.
All right. There we go.
All right, so you are able to manage to wedge out and unlock the lock.
All right, I would like to stealthily make my way inside and close the window behind me as quietly as possible.
Okay. All right, so you slide up in the window and crawl inside quietly.
And then I would like to close the window behind me just as quietly as possible.
All right, so you turn around and you gently slide the window closed, and are able to get the window closed.
Cool. I want to make sure that the gentleman. I assume there's 2 floors to this place.
No, there was only one floor.
Sleeping... Oh. Huh. All right. I want to make sure that the dude in the back, like, I would assume the shop owner. Well, Artur is assuming that the shop owner sleeps on residence, so he wants to like make sure that he's still asleep.
As you recall in last session, I informed you that no, he does not sleep on that residence.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. In that case, I'd like to look around for valuables, like the most expensive stuff that he has, or whatever he can get in this case.
All right, give me an intellect check to determine what is valuable in here.
Intelligence?
Yes, please.
Okay, dokie. Oof.
All right,
Damn,
so
really
you look
bad
around.
roll.
You look around. You don't. As you look around, you're unsure what would be the most valuable because they're all just random different color gems, and you have less experience with gems than say other things like gold or direct pieces of jewelry or certain other antiquities. Raw gems and things like that you see are not something you would you have much experience in. You do see a couple gems though. You think you could get your hands on.
All right. Is there like a till or a place that he would keep the money nearby in the store?
You look around. You don't see the money. You think he might take it with him, or he might have a box he carries with him for his money.
Damn it. All right. I would like to go and grab whatever gems I can, but while also still being very wary of my surroundings. Make sure Artorian wants to just make sure one more time that there's no one that no one followed him. So wants to make sure he wants to take a quick peek out the window to make sure that there's no guard patrol nearby.
Okay. Give me a let's see. Let's do an investigation check to see if you can look at the window and see anybody specifically.
Okay.
Okay.
12.
You can see some guards that are kind of making their way this direction. They're just on patrol, but they are coming in your direction.
All right, Bartorn's gonna hide down and wait for them to pass.
Okay.
Like duck down and wait for them to pass. And once he knows they passed, he'll proceed with the robbery and then leave stealthily as possible and try to lock the window behind him if he can.
Okay, so you drop down, and you wait several minutes, and you can finally see the torchlight kind of wind past the window and stuff like that. Eventually, you do notice that they have passed.
Okay, and that once they have passed, Bartorn will get up and grab whatever gems he believes are valuable.
Okay, so you snatch up a handful of gems that you're able to quickly get your hands on.
All right. What gems did he grab?
An assortment of random colors.
All right. Bartone will take a look at them once he gets back to the inn, into his room. Handful of random gems. All right. He wants to make one last sweep of the room, make like one last sweep of the shop, make sure that there isn't anything in particular that he might have, overlooked. Because case twice, rob once.
Alright, so you kind of case over the place, and you don't notice anything that's of exceptional value that you think would be kind of worth your time.
Alright, so in that case, Bartoran feels like he's satisfied. he will he will go back out the window, opening it as quietly as possible, and shutting it as quietly as possible, and try to relock it from the outside.
All right, so you step back out the window.
Mm-hmm.
You attempt to lock the window back, but you are unsuccessful as the lock needs to be done from the inside.
All right. In that case, Bartorin will go back inside, lock the window, and see if there's a way to go out the front door, while also being very aware of the surroundings and try to lock the door from the outside. Actually, no, that's probably a bad idea. Bartorin will basically like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna leave. He's just gonna stealth his way back to the inn, while being very, very cautious and very wary of any and all patrols.
Alright, so you stealth your way back to the inn, dodging a few
Mhm.
patrols here and there, but nothing major, and are able to return back to the inn.
Cool. And once Bartorin gets to his room, he would like to investigate the gems, see what ones that he has.
Okay, so give me an investigation roll.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
19, nice.
Alright, so as you're kind of getting a chance to actually examine the gems, you notice them to be not of exceptional quality. You're not, they were not, this is not your best haul by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
Pickpocketing the beggars on the street might have been a better haul for you.
Probably.
But you do examine the gems. You find a couple that are, I mean, they're not terrible, but they're not exactly fine. You get the impression that he might not have left fine jewels out in the shop at night. You're thinking you may have got 50 gold worth?
That's worth it. That's decent, you know, that's... So, 50 GP worth of gems. Okay. And that being that, what time is it at night right now?
It is still late at night. Are you talking
Still
about?
late at
Are you talking? Winter, are you
Like
talking about
game-wise?
the? Are you talking about the screen? Is it dark for? Yeah, because I set it to night.
Oh, no, okay, so it's nighttime in game still.
Yes.
Like, what... Bartorin is gonna think for a minute, and then he's gonna go... He's just gonna go to bed for now, and then he'll try again. He'll try something else tomorrow.
Right.
Depending upon where they are.
Alright, so you lay down, and everybody... I'm assuming...
And he makes a mental note to find the fence.
Okay. What was everybody else doing during this time? Chungus is apparently snoring loudly, but what was he doing? Like, you all come back to the end, what was everybody else accomplishing? Was anybody trying to accomplish anything? Did everybody just want to come back and rest and eat and go to sleep? What was everybody's plans?
Sounds like a good plan. Just rest and sleep.
But I imagine that Xiaolu probably would have sat around in like whatever common area the inn has and just kind of listened in on people's conversations if they haven't like rumors or anything.
Okay. So you sit down like by the inn section. Nothing major. Not a whole
Yeah.
lot of anything. It's just kind of basically idle chit chat today.
Yeah. He's mostly just there kind of like trying to clear his mind and just focus. So after a bit of listening to other people, he'll just kind of sit there a bit, and then as time goes on, like maybe an hour later, he'll retreat to his room.
Okay.
To sleep.
Anybody else?
Salen's gonna notice that Bartorin came back, and he's gonna knock on his door then, like a little bit after he got back.
All right. So Berturin, just as you've put away your gems and you're preparing to go to bed, you hear a knock on your door.
I yell the
More
following
paternal
in Elvish, because I'm gonna want to go to sleep. I yell, go away and let me sleep in Elvish.
Does Salem know Elvish? Oh, he
Salem's gonna respond in kind.
does.
Yes, the wonderful facts of
I
fantasy
need to
grounds.
find out who my patron is real quick for 1 second.
Okay. Does Jalu hear any of this from his room?
Yeah, and then Salem will enter the room and we'll ask Matoran if he had a productive night then, because he saw him leave.
Bartor responds, "In these can't." Because Salem obviously knows Elvish. So he's decided to switch it up, finding out what it is this kid does and this cat does and doesn't know.
Wow. It's interesting.
I do apologize for you all watching on the video artifact. This is rather interesting. A feature Fantasy Grounds has that you can type in chats. So you're able to chat.
You can't just talk it in person.
Yeah, I know. This is more fun though. It's like,
Yeah.
like Bartoran saying the
like
following, like in these can't. Well, if you must know, I went back to the jewelers. Got like 50 gold worth of gems. Not my best heist, but definitely not the worst. Not the worst.
Salem will frown at this and then reply, "Well, yeah, I'm just gonna say it. We'll ask Matoran. Oh, you didn't look for a bill of sale for that delivery we made? See whose name was on there, because we never caught a name of the man."
Bartoran silently cursing himself. No, did not think of that. But you know, the night is still young. We could always go back, and I did leave a window open. Again, this is all taking place, and this is all being done between the two of us in Thieves' Cant with the door shut in hushed whispers.
Yeah, pretty much.
As you are literally having your ears like pressed up against the door, like speaking through the door.
Well, I said he came.
No, he came in. He came into the room.
Okay, so you
Bartoran
have
let him in.
okay, so you have stepped in and let Salem the person in.
Cat.
Yes, the
Yeah.
cat.
Bartoran opened the door, looked at like up and down the hallways, just made a quick get the fuck in here with his hand, like get in, and shut the door and locked it. And then the conversation proceeded as thus.
So we should probably head back out, see if we can find any more information. And he'll scratch at the door so they'll leave.
Like, do you want out? Huh? Is that it? Do you want out? Do you want out? Huh?
Yeah,
Going out?
we might want to go check that place again, see what else we can find.
All right. Let's go. Bartoran making sure, like, you go ahead, like, I'll meet you downstairs in the lobby in 2 minutes. I'll meet you downstairs in the common room in 2 minutes. And while that happens, Bartoran is going to, once again, just make doubly sure that the gems he acquired are well hidden within his belongings, that no one, like, in secret pouches and pockets sewn into, like, his extra changes of clothes and his traveling bag, that no one would think to look there. And then proceed back downstairs and talk to Salem. Well, not really talk to Salem, just look at him and just look his direction, nod, and walk out the door.
Yeah, Salem will proceed out too.
All right, so
Back then, I'll show him the way that I went back to the jewelry store, down the alleyways and everything, making sure to avoid the nightly patrols.
okay, so you all head back out. It is getting close to dawn though, so you have very little time.
Jeez.
Yeah, little time.
as you all wander and make your way down down the street, popping in and out of alleyways, avoiding the patrols.
Yep.
But you are able to make it to the jewelry shop without drawing suspicion or being spotted. And you're able to get back to the window that you left open. Or unlocked, I should say. It is closed, but unlocked.
Mm-hmm. So I open it again very quietly and help Salem up in, and then I go in behind him and shut it just as quietly.
Okay, so you climb inside.
Yes.
You are now back inside the jewelry shop.
Alright, and then I turn to Salem, and Dees can ask, where do you think he would keep a bill of sale for that transaction? Because I was in here a few hours ago, didn't see any place where he would keep, like money or stuff like that. He probably keeps it on his person, or takes it with him, but we don't know where he lives. So maybe we can find clues.
You must have an office somewhere in the back or somewhere around here, or a book that he keeps the information like that in.
Probably. Let's both take a look around.
For those of you who saw the Arendar game.
Keeping an eye out for the patrol, though.
For those of you who saw the Arendar game, they were obsessed with books, but we're not going to go into that. Alright, so you all kind of start casing the place a little bit. Both of you give me an investigation check as you examine the room.
10.
8. Alright, so Bartoran, as you're looking around, you do spot something. Behind the counter, you do find a small, it is about the size, it's about half the size of a regular sized notebook. You do find it closed. It looks like some kind of leather bound book of some kind.
Oh, a black book.
More brown.
He's using the turn of phrase black book.
It looks like a standard issue ledger book.
The infamous black book of all bookkeeps. The transactions they keep off the record. Let's skim through it. I'd let Salem know. It's like, hey Salem, found a book. Let's take a look.
Yep.
See what we can find.
It's in a book, reading Rainbow.
Oh god.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Love that show as a kid. Alright, so you start skimming through the ledger book. It seems to be just a standard issue ledger book. Nothing drastically stands out to you. Do either one of you have experience in reading ledger books?
Bartoran would, I would assume, because he's a thief. You know, always, like, he keeps a book of his own money, like, the businesses that he does, both, like, as, like, illegitimate to make it look legitimate, but because he was, you know, the mob boss back where he's from in his time.
Salem's master would have kept the book, so he wouldn't be familiar.
So you have minor knowledge, Bartoran, of how a ledger book would work, but this is more of a upfront, like, this is what I paid. This is, you know, it's not quite the same as your thieving ledger book.
Except the paper trail.
Yeah, this one has all the fees and the taxes and the duties and all of that in it.
Torrent's like, damn it, this is a legitimate book. Fuck.
How dare you do legitimate business?
How dare you?
How dare you pay your taxes?
Taxes? The fuck are those?
They have taxes.
Salem will be
You
kind
guys
of
pay
looking.
taxes?
Salem will be kind of looking over his shoulder, and we'll ask him, "Oh, do you see any names there?" And apparently not.
Do you see several names in there?
None stand out. Like, I got names upon names here, kid. None stand out to me.
Do you see anything related to that?
The box?
Yes, related to that jewelry box.
I don't know. Do I, Mr. DM? Does Bartoran notice anything in the book in regards to any transactions in regards to the box?
give me a flat intelligence check, please.
Alrighty. Nat
Oh,
20.
Shit.
All
Nice.
right, so you're thumbing through this book, and so you're flipping through it real quick, and you're getting kind of through it, and you come to a statement that reads, "Item request fulfilled. Contact name Ruben Resso.
Ruben what?
Resso, Resso, Resso,
Reubin?
Rabun.
Rabun?
That's Robin, basically."
Okay. Contact for a fake box. Alright, Bartorn's gonna make a mental note of that. Close the book. Turn to Salem like, good looking out, kid. Good idea you had. We got what we need. You have a point of contact.
Before you close the book, you will also notice that the request was put for 2 weeks ago. Specifically, exactly 2 weeks ago today.
2 weeks ago to the day.
Yes. Well, basically, it was 2 weeks ago as of the day that you all did the delivery. It was actually a day after that, so it's 15 days. But it was basically 2 weeks ago.
Contact for fake box. For fake box. Order placed. Roughly 2 weeks ago to the day. Alright, Bartorn makes note of that, and then closes the book, puts it back where he has. Wants to check, make sure that there's no patrols nearby.
One sec. He'll kind of murmur to Batorn, that could be a possibly fake name, but something to work off of.
That's my thoughts exactly.
And then Sam will look around, see if anything shiny catches his eye.
Alright. Salem, I need you to make me an intelligence roll at disadvantage, please.
Oof.
Alright, so as you begin to go towards the door, you see what looks to be some kind of little... It's a couple pieces of metal that are kind of bent and they're shiny, and they're spinning around on a little... on a little pole. Think of it kind of like a wind chime. It drastically catches your eye, and it's kind of and it catches your eye and begins to shine light as the sun begins to rise.
Does Bartorin notice this happening?
Make a perception check.
All right, perception check. Here we go.
No.
Shit.
Do you want Salem to make a check to resist batting it?
Make a wisdom saving throw, please. Alright. So you kind of come up and you start to kind of want to paw at it. But then you can kind of see, like, you see it's attached to stuff. And you decide it's best that you do not do that.
Yeah, he'll do that and then kind of whisper to Batorn, yeah, let's get out of here and go back to the inn.
Good idea. Sun's coming. We need to get the fuck back now. So Bartorin opens the window, hoists Salem up and through the window, gets out, closes it behind it, and we race back to the inn as fast as possible, also trying to avoid any, unless it's like the changing of the guard shift or night patrol. Like, day patrol takes over for night patrol.
It's actually becoming much more busy on the streets. As people are beginning to kind of filter out of their homes and start going towards their shops and stuff like that.
Well, in that case, Bartorn is going to try to blend in with the crowd.
And Salem will follow him along, sort of hiding behind him, but not so obviously hiding.
Okay.
Do you want us to roll anything, or just flavor it?
Just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay, just curious.
Uh-huh. Alright, so you all are wandering down the crowd, trying to blend in.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not doing a very good job at it.
Oh no.
Everybody else looks fairly busy, fairly bright and bushy-tailed, and a lot of them are eating breakfast on their way to work and their jobs, and you all are in black and wandering down the street differently. And people are taking notice. You don't believe that the guards have been alerted to you having done something nefarious, but you can definitely get the sense that you two are standing out amongst a crowd of working people.
Do we notice that we're getting kind of different looks
Yes.
and all that?
Oh yeah, we noticed. Bartman's like, shit.
What
Yeah,
do you do?
Sam's gonna kind of not as obviously be hiding and kind of go alongside Bator and kind of like have his head down a bit, but kind of making small talk with him about whatever, about how the food was last night.
Bartorn will strike up the conversation and talk about dinner with him.
Okay. Make me performance rolls, please.
Performance. Oh boy, +1. Here I go, rolling again.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You get the impression people are kind of watching you at this point.
Ah, God damn it.
You see them kind of, you can kind of see at the point of your eye, you can see people kind of turn and watching you all.
Oh shit, how do I want to do this? This is... Oh, so everyone's starting to now effectively staring at us through and through. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Sam will kind of motion towards alleyway to try to make contact with people and go back to the inn then.
Okay.
Bartorn's gonna follow suit because at this point that's his best option.
Oh, okay. So you all try and stealth down an alleyway.
Yes.
What was that?
You all try and stealth down an alleyway.
Yep.
Okay. You all feel that you have managed to kind of get out of line of sight from everybody. And
Cool.
and are able to stealth your way back to the inn.
Awesome.
It's going to take you some time, as you all have to kind of go from spot to spot and kind of avoid, people who are kind of keeping an eye on you. But you do manage to make it back to the inn.
Awesome.
And at this point, the sun is fully up. Yay, lighting effects. And now the sun is fully illuminated. It's mid-morning at this point, by the time you all manage to make it back stealthily in the middle of the broad daylight.
Yeah, Jalu's just basically waiting on the rest of the group to meet up at this point then.
And here we come strolling in at 7 a.m. in the morning. Or 9 a.m. in the morning.
And then, as you're sitting down the inn, you see Salem and Bartorn come stealthily stepping through the doorway.
Mm-hmm. Jalu's just going to give a suspicious glare at the two.
Salem will come up to Zalu and kind of quietly tell him about what. Well, he'll tell him about what Salem will tell him what they were up to, what he was up to, and tell him that they got a name of the man who is Rubian Russo, and will convey the information that they found out to him then.
Jalu's expression changes back to a calm one and says, "Well done."
It could be a fake name, but
It's something to
we'll
work
have to
off of.
see. Yeah, it's something to work off of.
When we ask Lucius, we will know that he is aware of at least a name of the person. That will be useful.
Yep.
Jalu will look around to see if Galactor or Chungus are around.
Are they?
Doctor's probably grabbing some kind of breakfast.
Yeah, Chungus is probably gonna eat like a huge breakfast.
Alrighty.
And, and Salem will ask Zalu to place an order for him and something caffeinated to drink,
Alright.
if there's such a thing.
Jalu will a little bit reluctantly do so.
Well, Torn's gonna go get some food as well because we've been out all night.
Alrighty.
You have fun on walk.
Yes, the walk was informative. Now, if you don't mind, I'm a little tired. I need to get something in my stomach to eat. Didn't get much sleep last night.
Alrighty. So, the Whiskey Gnome Inn's menu for today consists of smoked sausage, duck eggs, soft cheese, blackberries, and coarse rye bread. 6 silver.
Sounds like a meal.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have anything caffeinated there?
No?
I was just wondering because I wasn't sure about the setting if they would or not.
No. They have ale. They have a version of cider. Or, which is basically a peach cider. Or you can have water. Or milk. Basically.
Obviously, got to get milk for the cat.
Adult cats don't drink milk.
Well, I know, but it's like a stereotype thing.
Yeah.
Despite that the cats are actually lactose intolerant.
There's like milk specifically made for cats though that you can give them, but
Yeah, it's non-lactose milk.
generally not supposed to.
It's
do
basically
that.
it's soy milk. Let's be fair. You're giving them soy milk.
Yeah.
So is it really milk? Because I've seen a lot of soybeans. Don't know how you milk a soybean.
Depends how you want to define milk. If it's like strictly has to come from a cow, of course not. But
It is basically
Anyway.
Bean juice, though, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
anyway, it's not important.
It's food. It's food.
D&D turned into milk.
How do you
101.
get
Talk
milk
about
from a bean?
Yeah, it's kind of like almond milk. All right, moving on. That is the end menu for the day.
I see.
Yeah, Salem's gonna get egg, sausage, and milk then.
Bartorn's gonna get like the bread, the eggs, and cheese.
And he's gonna do this to Zalo because cat.
Yeah. Will oblige.
Chungus will have
Bartorn,
one of everything.
Bartorn says to Sam, "We're gonna have to get you to in thieves' camp. We're gonna have to get you to Sky's camp, man."
Yeah, I think so. This is becoming a little bit of a problem in replying these cat in like low tones.
Here's a question: does Salem actually wear clothes?
Yeah, he wears a
Yes.
robe over his
Okay, yeah.
well, because he has clothing that he wears and he has a robe
Alright.
over that, and he kind of has his tail like tucked around him or
Yeah.
tucked.
Okay. I was just wondering because otherwise you could like just pretend to be a regular cat. But I guess
Yeah.
clothes would be a little weird.
Yeah.
The
And Bartorn
clothes,
says to
the clothes,
Oh,
the
only cat.
weapons. You
Yeah.
know.
yeah,
Yeah. It's not
they
gonna
told
work.
you to hold coherent sentences.
Yeah, at like a glance, he's gonna look like a small humanoid, really.
He's basically a furry gnome.
There you go.
Okay.
Very rare skin disease.
Actually, it's more like a halfling, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For the stat
There is-
block, really.
He got cursed to look like a cat. We're trying to fix it.
Sure, let's go with that.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so that is the menu for the day, or for breakfast.
What's the quality like?
It's a good quality.
Awesome. Bartone's gonna have a conversation with Salem in hushed tones via Thieves Guild. We're gonna have to find a Thieves Guild or something or other around here, because they probably have the Sky Skids for sale. There's also probably a fence I can offload these gems onto.
Yes, that's a possibility. We'll have to see what we could do.
Child is just kind of giving a side glance, not understanding what either of them are really saying.
Bartone returns just. Bartone just seeing everything that's going on around him. Like, he's just so tired because he's been out all night.
Yeah.
Bartoran, make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Alright.
Okay.
11.
Okay, thank you.
Oh boy.
Do you want Sam to do anything? Because he would have waited up for Batorn to get back.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I just need Bartoran to do so. Alright. So, Galactor, Chungus, you all sitting down there eating. You all know the cost, you all pick and choose.
Just 6 silver.
Yes. Yes, breakfast is smoked sausage, duck eggs, soft cheese, blueberries, and rye bread. You see behind
All
him.
of it.
You see behind him a giant chalkboard, and beside that you see lunch, leg of mutton, goose eggs, green beans, and peach. You see supper, pork liver, cabbage, broad beans, nut bread, rye pudding. 1 gold. Snacks include soft cheeses, apples, and sea oats. 4 silver pieces.
Interesting.
You see at the bottom it says all meals come with 1 drink.
Bartone's gonna wash down breakfast with some ale.
Alrighty. So what do you all have sat down and consumed breakfast? You notice Bartoran is rather dark underneath the eyes. He has severe baggy eyes and rather a rather haggard look, I should say, slightly. Not terrible, but he does look a little tired. What do you all want to do?
Like, Bartone's gonna chime in. It's like, well, we should probably go talk to the gentleman about the rest of the payment, because we got gypped on a quarter of it.
Well, it's not so important the payment, rather we find out who person really is that ordered that.
So,
And we figure out how to track him down.
Sounds like a good idea. We have a name to start with, but let's see if we can find more from Lucius.
yeah. Press him for information.
Well, I suggest we press him gently.
If we must.
No smashy.
Jalu
Unfortunately
shakes his
not,
head.
buddy. No Smashy this time. The threat of Smashy, that could help.
Don't know if he's involved quite yet. He should tread lightly.
Should we let him know we know, like we have a name, or? Ooh, sorry, or no, Bartoran, you're in the middle of that. Like, should we let him know we
useful
know,
to
or
keep
no? Alright.
Maybe useful to keep that information secret at first, at least.
Fair enough.
I imagine you have expertise in this.
Mayhaps I do.
Jalu just kind of gives a look like he's trying to analyze his reaction.
Bartoran just keeps a straight face.
Alrighty. So you all have decided to go back to the jewelry shop, correct?
As soon as everyone's done eating.
I assume everybody's done. Everybody's consumed their food. Has everybody paid for their meals?
Yeah. I'm just
Okay.
curious, how were those eggs made, prepared?
They were poached.
Okay, I was just curious.
All right. We set out for the jewelers.
Alright, so you all head out.
Mm-hmm.
Sam will be kind of in the middle of the group.
Okay. So you all venture down the street to the jeweler's shop.
Mm-hmm.
You arrive. It is rather quiet at the jeweler shop. You do notice Lucius sitting behind his desk, just kind of working. He will look up at you all and say, adventurers. Welcome back to my shop. Interest you in a gem.
What was
Interest you in
that?
what?
Interest you in a gem.
Charlie will say, I'm afraid not. Instead, we need to ask you some questions if you would not mind.
Well, certainly. Unfortunately, I do not have any more work for you. If that's what you were coming after.
No,
It's
we're not
more-
looking for work. More like information.
Rubies are pretty nice. Emeralds are really great, but hard to come by at this part of the world.
Not that kind of information. Bartorin just deadpans like, no, not that kind of information.
Then I am got limited information to give.
Now, it is about that job we did. Your customer you had. What was his name?
Because I don't recall exactly why.
Well, did he ever give you a name?
Maybe? I didn't really care.
Can Jalu try to detect if there's any sort of
Bartorin
deception
knowing
going-
full well that this guy is bullshitting. And Shalu would know as
Yeah.
well. Because
Probably.
Bartorin and Salem gave him that, like, this guy's
Well, I don't know. He
bullshitting.
could just be. I don't know.
W-
lot of
you-
other
would you like to make an insight check to see if he's lying to you?
Yes.
Bartorin is gonna make an inside check, and Bartorin knows full well this jackass is lying to his fucking teeth. Damn
Neither one of you
Why not?
detect any deception from him.
In that case, Bartorin is gonna nudge Salem. And just, like, give him a knowing. Like a knowing
Yeah,
nudge.
recognize.
Yeah, Sam's gonna see if he's bullshitting him too.
Damn it!
Wow.
So close
Yeah.
to a 20!
Well,
Oh, well, we know jack shit.
hmm.
Bartorin's gonna, Bartorin's like, shoot, Shalu, can I talk to you for a second over here real quick? Bartorin is just gonna, like, pull him over to the corner. Shit, do you think we should, should we let him know that we have a name or no? Like, when do you want to use the name?
Who did you pull aside to this?
Shalu. Because that's
Oh.
what we told last night.
Oh, right.
And I'm like, because you said Shalu said, you said you were waiting up, right? Just waiting and saw us come
Should
in?
probably see what else he knows.
Alright, fair enough.
Anyway, turn back to Lucius and say, is there anything you can tell us about the gentleman who ordered that box?
He said he came from far away. He said it took him a long time to get here. Rather tall man. Kind of funny accent. I believe I told you all that.
Right.
Had a weird fascination with the box.
And he
Said he
came to
collected
this
them?
shop, right?
Yes, he
This-
came in the shop.
Are you the only jeweler in town?
I am... How do I put this? I am the only one who sells raw gems. There are jewelers who will sell finished items. Necklaces, bracelets, things like that. But
Okay.
if you want
So, why do you think he came to you specifically? Like, why did he come to you specifically versus going to any of the other shops that sell finished items?
I don't know.
All right, Martorin.
He came to my shop. He requested a box. He said he wanted delivered. He offered me payment. He handed me gold. That's all I know.
I understand it's a bit much that we are asking these questions, but it is because we are seeking out a.
We lost Dan, by the way.
Yeah, we did. We're seeking out a ne'er-do-well. The person you did business with is of ill intent.
Very dangerous man.
And we were hoping doing this job would give us good cover, but it seems he managed to outsmart us. What is the jeweler's reaction to Jalu saying this?
He kind of steps back slowly, kind of seems to be taken aback by it. He goes, "But what does that to do with me? I just simply provided a box." He just...
Jalu nods. I know, but you are the only one we know of that has interacted with this person.
Surely that can't be. Surely he's had to have stayed somewhere or done something or talked to somebody else who might know more.
As far as we can tell, you're the only person he's had contact with in this town.
But then where would he be staying? Where would he be sleeping and eating? And why would he come to this town for a box?
A lot of
That,
very good questions.
my friend, is the million gold question. Why would he come to this town for a box?
I mean, it's a fine box, but he could have went to any town and had it requested. I had to have it shipped in.
Where did you have it shipped in
Is he
from?
telling the truth with that?
You can give me an insight check if you want.
Alright. Just, the shit of it.
Let's see, where did he have it shipped in from?
One other thing, Mark. So, does Salem see any thief sign around from Thief Can around?
Do you see any what?
Thief sign from Thief Can around?
Oh, thieves
Little
signs like
markings, yeah.
Yeah.
Make a check. Make an investigation check.
Oh shit! Sorry, I already rolled that.
Oops.
Doesn't matter really.
You look around. You
That's
don't. You don't notice any now.
Just curious.
Let me see. Where did he have this sent from? Gotta figure out where I am. Oh, there it is. Okay. Hey, look at you. Goes. I had it ordered from Waybury. There's a small craftsman out there.
I see.
Waybury.
Mm-hmm. Is there any other information you can give us? This is an important matter.
How long ago did he place the order with you?
A few weeks, maybe?
Did he seem particularly insistent on getting it as soon as possible, or was he content to wait?
Well, I just told him it would take some time to acquire and have brought here. He seemed okay with that, and he said he would have it delivered. And I said it would take it a couple weeks, and he said he'd have it delivered, and he would pay.
Okay, so alright. He's content to wait. That means he's a patient man.
Hmm.
Patient men are always thinking a few steps ahead. Thought Torrance just muttered to himself under his breath.
Does anybody else have any ideas what to ask? Guessing that's
I
enough.
mean,
Fungus smell.
aside from asking
Yeah,
him about the name, would reveal that we know about the name, which means he would know that we broke in here last night.
Right, but you could come up with a cover story to be like, we already knew the guy's name, and we were just, trying to verify
So,
it is the person. There's ways around,
yeah.
deceiving like that. Just trying to think what other things we can do. Um, I mean, we could go ask the people that ordered from, but I don't know if that's really going to lead us anyway.
Probably not.
The the jailer Lucius will kind of look a little confused and a little puzzled. Explain to me exactly what this man is doing. Like, why is he so dangerous?
You're not.
You wouldn't believe us if we told you, sir.
Jowler just kind of looks at Bartorin a little bit and turns back. Says, well, you know that whatever it is, he's up to no good. And we have to find out how to stop him.
Well, surely that should be easy for the five of you.
Oh, he already got the best of us once. I don't intend to make that same mistake again. Next time I find him, his ass is fine.
Well, you all don't look no worse than where? Surely he could not have beaten you all up.
Oh, it's not so much as beat us, so much as he bested us.
Rather interesting.
His ways of disappear is what.
A slippery
Howard
devil.
put his goons on us and fled.
So what do you plan to do now? How do you plan to find him?
Well, we have this symbol, and I show him this symbol that the dead people that we got off the goons.
Yeah.
So we're trying to find out, how he's connected to this. And then we're trying to find out his name, so we can try to find out how it's all connected.
Have you ever seen this symbol before?
He will look at the symbol. He'll kind of scratch his chin and rub his head. I think I've seen that symbol before. I'm not sure where, but I know I've seen it somewhere. Here recently, actually.
How recently, in fact?
Last couple months or so.
Okay, where do you vaguely recall seeing it the first time?
Where did I see that? You see him kind of scratch his jaw. He's like you get the impression he's trying to remember that symbol kind of like it sticks out to him, but it's one of those things where it's like he's struggling to remember where it comes from.
Can we do like an insight check to see if he's just like playing this up or if he really seems to not be able to?
Sure, make an insight check for me.
Yeah.
You get the impression he's actually genuinely trying to figure this out.
Okay.
Is there any way we can help you jog your memory, sir?
Take me to the spot where I saw it last.
Okay, where's the spot you saw it most recent? Aside from just now.
Well, you got me. I was gonna say here.
Two
I-
can play that game, sir, and trust me,
I
you don't want to be playing with me.
I think I saw it. No, the daughters did. It was very different from that. What did I see this? Because, oh, I know. I saw it. And you almost got stopped with it.
Is everything all right?
You okay?
I just, it's so, like, I know the symbol. I've seen it. But
But
where? Like, when I try to picture the symbol in my head, it's there in a blackness. It's almost as if I've forgotten where I've seen it.
Chungus looks irritated.
sounds like somebody modified your memory. Or intentionally wiped it.
Jialu
Can't
kind
remember
of,
exactly where.
Oh,
Are
I
you
think I know.
saying-
I know. Born Keenseekers. He's an eccentric kind of man. He collects religious artifacts. You see.
I see.
In ways, we'll say. I think I saw it at his shop. He keeps a shop. It's more like a museum, really. I think I saw it there. I don't know where he got it, but I do believe he had it in his shop. And I remember seeing it there, I'm pretty certain.
See. Can you tell us where his shop is?
Yes, it's not in the best of town, I will say. You need to go.
Torrance ears perk up at this. Not in the rest of town, you say? What do you mean?
It's in a poorer part of town. Over in the slums, you see. He is not a wealthy man, shall we say. And he doesn't buy his items.
Bartorin is grinning like a madman on the inside. On the outside, he's just keeping a very concerned face. Like he's acting very concerned, just
Poker
like he
face.
understands. But on the inside, he's like, "Oh hell yeah, slums, son. That's my neighborhood."
Well, thank you for answering our questions.
I wish I could be of more help.
You've been a very big help of what you could.
Okay. Glad I could be of help. Are you sure I could sell you on some rubies or something? And you see him reach down and you see him pull up a small box and you see him unlock it and he pulls it open and you see this perfect set of circular set of rubies that sit inside. He goes, "I will sell them to you for a very good price."
Just out of curiosity, how good is that price?
500 gold pieces for the box.
Shiny.
I'm afraid I do not have
Yes,
that
shiny, it's
much.
shiny, but we don't have enough
Even
shinies
if I
to
did
buy
want it.
those shinies.
Oh.
I believe we are too
Bye.
poor.
You see him close the box and quickly lock it and put it back. He goes, "How about some topazes then? 50 gold for the box?" He puts out this small set of really tiny topazes. "I'll sell it to you for 50. They're aqua blue, just like the water."
Jialu's starting to look kind of annoyed.
Bartorin wants insight just in trying to find out why he's trying to sell us these gems, if that's okay.
What? You're
Uh,
trying to figure out if he's trying to sell us gems?
He's trying to figure out why he's so insistent on selling us these gems.
I don't know how you can
know.
infer that from a yeah. I was
yeah,
gonna say.
that would be something you could be insightful upon.
Besides,
Like,
he's
why-
probably just trying to get some money. That's the
Fair
most
enough.
obvious answer.
And they
Yeah.
might be fake might be fake gems too. So
Hmm.
Galactor will pick up one of these gems.
Eh.
Stare at it with his biceps.
How hard are you staring at this gem?
He's trying to determine the quality of it.
All right, give me an intellect check then. Okay. It's pretty nice. It's a fairly nice gem.
Uh-huh.
Galactor puts it between his hands and flexes really hard.
Oh.
Oh no.
I need you to roll a D100.
Oh no.
So how do we do these?
How do you do the wild magic surge? Go to the wild magic table. Your wild magic surge. Go to the wild magic table, and then you can just drag the die, or you can click the roll button, and it will roll.
Okay, so wild magic surge, table, and then roll.
Yep. All right, so you kind of flex, and it doesn't do anything, but all of a sudden you can kind of you see yourself you feel even stronger than ever. Like you could keep flexing all day without stopping.
Mm.
You don't even break
Oh
a
my.
sweat as you flex just as hard as you can right here.
No.
Your biceps are amazing right now.
Jalu's just kind of in bewilderment at this point.
They're good
Artor's
quality
shaking
gems.
his head like, dear God, what is going on?
And you'll see Lucius. Excuse me, sir. Please don't damage the merchandise. Scratches and chips and stuff like that could be rather costly, as you understand. Don't flex too hard, please.
Shoddy gems would not be worth it if they broke. Must check the
Right.
quality.
Are you interested in buying it, sir?
No, just wanted to check them.
Jalu's just like, he can. It looks like he kind of like dropped his jaw, but he didn't. Like, he's just like shocked. That's the word I'm looking for.
Oh, me. All right, so you put the gem back after flexing, and then you kind of stretch your shoulders back and kind of flex up a little bit, and you can just you could feel your muscles in your back just kind of ripple from you flexing so hard.
Oh, wow. In any way, if we ever need gems, we'll keep your store in mind. Jalu will just give a kind of courteous bow to Lucius.
Please do come back anytime you need a gem. I have many kinds and many great qualities. If you acquire more gold, I would be happy to sell you this box of rubies or a set of diamonds, or there's a box of emeralds in my storeroom. Anything you need.
Jalu nods and goes, "We will keep that in mind."
Indeed, we
And then
shall.
he'll turn to the rest of the group and just have like this really stern stare, like, "Get your asses and let's go."
Artor's just like,
Starts
no,
walking
let's
up
go.
there.
Artor, like, yep.
Do those wind chimes catch Sam's eye again?
You notice him above the door. You do. Make a wisdom saving throw again to try and.
Fucking hell.
All right, so you reach up and bat the wind chime. Make a dexterity saving throw now, please.
Oh, goddamn it. Stay over.
Dex save?
Yes, please. All right, so you basically see a ripple of a small shock go just past you, stretch. It kind of like hyper, like it fuzzes up your fur, and then lands. And you see Lucius go, "Oh, sir, Please do not touch that. It is my alarm system. It
Bartorin just stares, daggers, at Salem.
Sir, please, please. It will harm you if you do touch it.
Harm in what way, sir?
I don't want that to help you. I don't want that calling the medic to have you carried out of my shop. It is usually bad for business, as you understand.
And Sam will kind of have his back to him and we'll kind of say, "Oh, I apologize, sir. It's just one of those things. It just caught my eye and I kind of wanted to bat at it."
Bartorin's gonna walk up, grab Salem's hand, gently pull it away from the chime, and say, "No. Please do not touch."
And he'll go along with Batarin then.
It is unsafe for children to touch such things.
He's still learning. I'm trying to make sure he knows not to touch things he should not be touching. Bartorin is just trying to keep his voice calm and steady and even because he just realized that holy shit, we could have been caught last night and it would have been very, very bad.
Anyway,
And makes a mental note to keep a further eye on Salem should he continue to take him out in future nightly outings.
as we leave, though, after we leave, Jalo will mention, I do not think he aligned with Wastri.
No. It just seems like a regular gem seller.
Now, where did that, let's see, it was in the slums, right?
Yes.
Where would that be on the map? Just for reference.
Around the giant S for slums.
Okay. S is for slum.
And what was the guy's name again?
Borin Keenseeker.
Borin Keenseeker.
Okay. And we'll proceed to go to the slums area and try to find a shop. The directions we were given.
Alrighty, so as you walk down into the slum section, you notice that all the houses and the buildings and stuff are really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them have holes in the roofs, they've got broken doors, they got broken windows, raw sewage runs through the street. It's pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
But as you make your way through, you see a lot of panhandlers and homeless and beggars and so on and so forth. At every corner, somebody is begging you for a copper. But as you make a way along, there is not a nice house to be seen. There is no nice building to be seen. Every one of them needs years of renovation. You know, it's a home remodel nightmare in this area. So as you're going along, you get to the spots where you're supposed to meet, where you're supposed to find Bourne's home.
Mm-hmm.
Is his museum, or his shop, as we'll call it.
Mm-hmm.
But all you see is a couple run-down little buildings. And by run-down, I don't mean they're like, oh, it's got a hole in the roof. I mean, like, it's bowing in the center downward. Like, the roof has a swayed back, like a horse.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Wow.
I wonder what a jewel seller was doing here.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
What do you do?
Alright, so how do you guys want to approach this?
Well, I mean, we're in the middle of the slums,
Mm-hmm.
and
Walk and be like, hey, what's up?
yeah,
See any weird shit?
Maybe give the beggars a coin or two to see what they know about his place.
If you want to do that.
Salem probably shouldn't.
Yeah. Why not? I just don't know what to ask.
What's the guy we're looking for? His name again?
Born Keenseeker.
So what? He said there's bums on every corner. What do the bums look like? Like, is there like how many are? Do you like where we're sitting? is
They're
there, like, a lot
bums.
of
What do they
bums?
look like? They look like bums.
They're rags. And,
Basically, they're out there with pans. They're just covered in dirt and disgusting. You know, they're exactly what you would expect.
They got shit all over them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's rained down the streets, so might as well.
yeah.
Do any of them seem suspicious at all?
No more than any other bum.
Yeah. Figure. I figure. Hmm.
Probably the best bet's to go up to one of them and ask if they know about this museum of kookiness run by Born Keenseeker.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so you want to just walk up to a random bum.
Sure.
All right. So you do. You see several of them standing on one of the street corners. And they all look at you going, "Please, sir, just a copper so I can eat today."
Copper? I don't know her.
Let's see.
Ha!
What? Okay, they're just laughing at the bums. Alright.
No.
Galactor will look at him. And how many would you say there is? About 4 or 5?
Sure. Sounds about right.
And I'll hold up one silver piece. Is like, Galactor will give one silver piece for the person who give me the fastest answer and the correct answer.
You all see them kind of eyes kind of light up at the prospect of a silver piece.
Gold piece.
I ain't giving out a gold piece. I'm giving out a silver piece.
Oh, I thought I heard you say gold.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
And the
Okay,
guy's
gold
name was
piece. I was about
Born
to
what?
say.
Born Keenseeker.
Take me to Born Kingseeker.
You see them all just like grab a hold of you and start packing you. And they drag you and throw you into one of the houses. You notice that the silver piece is gone from your hand, by the way. Meanwhile, you four see the bums all take off running.
Mm-hmm. That was predicted.
Oh, looks like we should follow the bum horde.
Galakar, you will see a disheveled man sitting in what looks like an episode of Hoarders. He's sitting.
Galactor's gonna follow where Galactor was thrown.
He was thrown in one of the two
Yeah,
houses
a
with the
little bit.
suede back roofs. You see that there's a man. He's an older man, probably 50s, give or take a little. Ragged clothes, dirt covered face, and he's sitting on a throne of junk. Basically. Just random knickknacks and crap. Not literal crap, but, you know.
Galactor will stand up and flex the dust off from himself.
So you all standing outside see just this giant plume of dust come flying out of every crack and hole in the building.
Oh, looks like we found them.
Mm-hmm.
The man will kind of wave his face a little bit. He goes, "You have messed up my piles. How dare you!" "Clean that up. You will not make a mess in my home." "Did you not hear me? I said clean the mess you made up."
Galactor is slightly confused. He's trying to figure out the mess that is. He'll use Mage Hand and pick up a bowl and set it on a table.
So as you pick up the bowl, just another pile of junk falls on the floor.
This is
Oh,
nuts.
Lord. This is not going well.
He goes, "Good. You've cleaned up my mess. Why are you in my home? Exactly."
Yeah, well, Jalu will walk in. Well,
"Intruders! Man the sentry post!
Are you
Judas,
boring?
Mark
Judas,
just be like,
ladders!
"Shut
Ladders!
up."
Get the ladders! Do not let them
calm
melt the wall!"
we are
Well,
not
where?
intruders.
Galactor puts his hand on the one post in the room.
We simply just need some answers to some questions, if you would.
How much does Galactor weigh?
I don't know, 240 pure muscle. I don't know what an average a half orc is.
You hear the post begin to splinter as you lean against
Oh,
it.
jeez.
Oh no.
Oh, I didn't say lean. He said man the post, so I put my hand on the post.
Oh, okay.
He's very eccentric, so I'm trying to.
Okay, I envisioned you leaning.
It's
My mistake.
crazy.
So you just kind of get your hand up against the post.
Right, to see if he's like, if this, maybe this is the guard post or sentry post he needed.
So he goes, "There is no time for answers, lad. I said man the post. Get those ladders down. Do not let them climb the walls."
Chungus like climbing.
Good.
Bartol's like,
And
yeah, I'm
you
pretty
see,
good at
reach
climbing
over
shit.
and grab a spoon and hand it to you. Good. Climb that wall and take that keep.
So Chungus looks for a pile and tries to just scale it to the top.
All right. So you turn around and behind you, you see this giant pile up to the very ceiling of just random junk. Pots and spoons and knickknacks and bowls and just anything else. Busted pieces of metal, you name it. Make a dexterity check as you try and climb the pile.
Bartol's just watching this all go down with like, what the
Jalu,
fuck is everyone doing?
Yeah, Sam's kind of watching. What the fuck?
Jalu will tell Bartorn to show the man the symbol.
Bartol's gonna walk
See
up
what
to
he-
Keen and be like, dude,
Dexterity, you said?
show
Yes,
him
please.
show him the symbol. Be like, what do you
Oh
know
god.
about this?
So you step in, you
Oh,
put your
no.
foot up and you step into the pile and fall into the pile. You are now buried in this pile.
Oh god.
Anybody
just
want
kinda
to
face
shake?
palms.
Anybody want to help Chungus?
Chungus like
Very well.
struggles around and like sticks his hands out of the pile and is like, "Argh."
Jalu will go over and attempt to help Chungus.
Alright, make a strength check to drag him out of this dang pile. You are successful. Barely. You managed to basically pull him, and now you're both sliding down the bottom of this pile. But you were successfully saved Chungus from death by pile.
Good job, everybody. Slow clap all around. Roll on
did it.
snare drums.
We just show him the symbol now.
But why?
See how he responds to it.
Oh
Yeah, Bartolo's gonna walk up to the guy, and be like, gonna walk up to Boren and be like, Excuse me, sir, have you seen this symbol before? Did you recognize this symbol?
He looks up to you, and his eyes go massively wide, and you see him reach up and grab a spork and jab into the symbol. Looks up, die, demon! Die! I told you to die, you bastard! I will not let you take me! You see him fall over,
and
exhausted.
Bartoran's just gonna hold the symbol away as he tries to stab it and make sure he doesn't destroy the paper. Just be like, well, that was interesting. He clearly recognizes the symbol. Clearly, it's probably the result of why he's so, and makes that one Jack Sparrow motion, that one Will Turner motion that he does with the hand thing, just all weird, That's why he's all, so quote unquote eccentric.
And so you see him collapse on the ground. And you see him still trying. You see him actually start stabbing into the ground with his spoon fork thingy.
At this point, Bartoran's gonna grab him by the scruff of the neck, haul him up, and be like, "Look, we need answers, please and thank you."
Strength check to pick up the man.
Strength check. All right.
Hey, you picked him up.
0 strength. Here I go, rolling again.
So you pick him up and you basically fall into him and basically cuddle him as you roll into the chair that he was the pile of his throne, as you all are now cuddling on this throne.
Great.
Sam's gonna ponder if this is an act that he's putting on.
But this no time for mate.
I'm not.
Real quick, out of character, what was the name of the name from the ledger or whatever you guys?
Oh, Ruben Rosso.
Okay. Basically,
But yeah, I was basically asking, should I roll something to see if he's faking this or something?
That would be an insight check if you would like to try. You're pretty convinced he's completely out of his flippin' mind.
Just as a curiosity, Chao Lu will flatly state to the man, "My name is Ruben Rosa," and just see what his reaction is.
And he looks up at you and goes, "And I am king. What of it?"
Could you repeat that?
He looks at you and goes, "I am king. What of it?"
Bartoran's like, yeah, the king of garbage.
How dare you insult my treasures? Do you know how many digs I had to get to dug them?
Alright, then if it's your treasure, what's the most valuable item you have amongst your treasure?
That's not gonna go how you expect.
I know, Bartoran's fully well aware, he's just pandering to this dude, just because.
Yeah. While they're doing that, Jalu is going to take a moment to just look through the room and see if he can find, possibly, if he has that item that has the symbol on it or something.
All right, you need to make a perception check, and then you see Boren reach over and you see him grab a wooden bowl. And he goes, "My bowl. It has brought me good life. I have not died for any day that I've ever eaten out of this bowl. This is my most prized possession."
Wow.
And that Bartone's be like, in that case, he's gonna take the bowl from him and be like, "Look, you can get the bowl back. Why don't you answer our questions?"
"I will fight you for my bowl, you bastard! How dare you take it?
Bartone's gonna pull out his rapier.
You've deemed me to death! You heartless monster!"
While this is all going on, Bartone is going to calmly pull out his rapier in a very non-threatening fashion and just point it at the dude and be like, "Sir, I am very tired. I've had a very long night. I didn't get any sleep. I am not in the mood for your shit. Tell us what
You
we
see
would
him
like
reach
to know
down
about
and grab
else."
a ripped up teddy bear and start pointing it at you.
And start doing what with it?
Pointing it at you like it's a sword.
Fluffy.
Bartorn is just going to move it away with his rapier and just continue, like, pointing his rapier at the man. Like, sir, please, for the love of God, tell us what we want to know. I will leave you with your treasures. Don't force us to take your treasures from you in order to get what we know, what we want. Tell us what you know about this symbol, and we will leave you be.
Jello, as you scour the piles of crap in this room, you do see a symbol. It is on a pauldron. Especially, it's just a pauldron. Like it's just a shoulder piece. It's old, it's decrepit, it's bent, but you do see the symbol. And what do you mean your bear went off?
I'm just referring to an episode of MASH where, yeah, basically. I'm not gonna go into more detail so we can move this along. I'll tell you after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bartone just had it up to here with these dudes' insanity. Like,
is he still like?
Kid gloves are coming off. Adult gloves are going on.
Yeah. Is his back turned to Chalu?
Yes.
Okay. Chalu will quietly stow the pauldron away while he's not looking.
Okay. So you stow the pauldron.
Yep.
Cool.
So once again, King Borin, where have you seen this symbol? And at that point, he's just going to lightly press into his shoulder with the rapier, not trying to cause like any damage to him, but just kind of like, drive the point home that he means business. Like, I'm not trying to hurt him, I'm not trying to draw blood, I'm just trying to let him know, just like, I mean business.
Just as you do that, you see Bartern kind of push your rapier away and bash you over the head with his teddy bear.
He hits you with the bear?
Yeah,
he attacked you with the bear. Yes, he hit you with the bear.
Bartor wants to counterattack.
For 1 point of damage.
Nice.
So you
Bartorn
have been
is just like, God damn it.
So you have been hit to the head bear. He goes, I will not let you take me. I will defend the keep until my last breath.
Galactor looks over to Bartor and says, play dead.
Bartorin is just incensed that this thing's like, fuck it, I have had a very long day. So Bartorin, he falls, like, he acts out a dramatic fashion, like, oh no, you have wounded me so terribly. Everything is going black. And he falls down as if he's been defeated.
Performance check, please.
Sure.
Good enough.
17!
I have vanquished thee. I am the king.
You kill him.
I am the greatest warrior of all time.
Bartorin just slams it on the ground, just thinking to himself, I did not see the day going this way. That's just not how I planned this day going. But fuck it.
Chungus lets out a cry in anger and just hits one of the piles with his hammer really hard.
The pile of junk just goes flying all over the room. Because I am king now. There was no one who can stand up to me. I have vanquished you. You can go back and tell your master that I will not become his slave.
Alright, Jalu will motion for everyone to leave.
Bartorin,
Wait. Would you... Galactor takes a second to say, Would our master be the man behind this symbol?
You have chased me for 10 years. You're such your minions. You've stopped me at every grave. But I will dig them all up.
Wait, what? Barton gets up at that, like, wait, what, grave robbing now? What about, what's this about grave robbing?
You see him reach back. He lives! And you see him reach back and smash you in the face with the teddy bear again.
Oh, god damn it.
He hits. For another point of damage.
Alright, Barton just haven't had enough of this. He's just like, you know what? Barton's gonna roll to attack the dude with my dagger. That one. Fuck.
You stick it into the teddy bear. It is now stuck in the teddy bear. No!
Just like,
Mr. Squeezums!
God
You
it.
killed Mr. Squeezums!
well, actually, did I? Let's find out. Yeah, I killed Mr. Squeezums. Mr. Squeezums is dead. Like, see?
Butter, you're alive.
Barton is just like wild-eyed at this one because he's been up all night. He's had a hell of a day so far. He's just like, say, I killed Mr. Squeezums. If you don't want to end up like Mr. Squeezums, you will tell us what we know. I'm gonna try to do this as intimidation, if that's okay.
Sure. Here's fine. I'll tell you what you know from Mr. Squeezums.
Tell us what we know about the symbol.
The demon man. He sent people after me. They carry that symbol.
Demon Man. What's the demon man's name?
I don't know.
Do you know what he looks like?
Yes. He's a giant. 10 feet tall. Big giant horns. Red wings. Black face. Purple body. Got a big tail.
Barton wants to insight that to see if he's on the level about this or if he's still insane.
You wouldn't know.
Oh, okay.
Is he describing Westor basically?
You don't know. You don't know what Westor looks like.
Fair enough. I'm like, alright, where did you last see this? Like, where did you see this symbol?
First or last?
First.
They burned my house, killed my family, tried to take my keep. They still try and take my keep, even today.
Where is your keep?
My throne. He points behind him.
Barton just be like, deadpans. Oh. Right. Insane. Damn it. Alright, where's the last place where's the most recent place you saw this symbol?
In my keep.
Alright, we're leaving now. They're about as useful as a screen door on a submarine.
Relucto believes you're overthinking all this. Calm down and think on his.
Barton just had a hell of he's just so fed up with it. He's just like, screw it, I'm leaving now. I'm gonna go sit outside if anybody, when y'all are done, I'm gonna go sit outside now. And Barton goes and just sits outside.
Is there anything else with that symbol on it in here?
You haven't noticed anything now. You did not find anything else.
Does he have any books around?
You don't see any now.
Hmm.
Always with the books.
So, Great King, you say you saw this in your keep, but where at in your keep?
All over my keep. They stormed my keep. His minions. They try and kill me. They kill my family. Now I dig them up. I take them.
So, where do they go after they leave here? After you fight them off?
I find they're dead in crypts. I get my revenge.
Are they always the same crypts or different crypts?
They're in different crypts. They cannot be the same. I make sure there are no crypts left when I find their crypts. They try and kill my family, I kill them in death.
So I'm trying to think of the best way to, like, I don't know if I need to ask him which crypts he been to. Is he going to the next one? Like, does he go to after they come? I don't.
You just ask them where the crypts are.
So where are the crypts that you have been to?
I have been to many crypts. They're all over the land. They're easy to find.
Are they close to Greyhawk
show
or
us?
throughout, further?
They are near my keep. They would not bury themselves so far away from my keep.
Can you show us?
I will tell you where you can find a crypt. You can destroy them for me. And he kind of points just in a general direction. He goes, go to the mountains. They think they can bury themselves on the top of a mountain and hide from me. I will show them. You will go defeat them for me.
Jolly just kind of looks a bit confused, but just kind of nods slowly and I guess just exits.
We'll get him easy.
You do know he basically pointed towards the Cairn Hills, which Greyhawk sits near.
Mm-hmm. Charlie will mutter something about having to listen to a madman.
So you walk out. What does everybody else do?
Barton's been sitting outside this entire time. Greets Shalu like, yeah, it's like you finally realized he was insane too.
Could already tell from the moment we stepped inside.
Yeah, same here.
Though perhaps through his madness there was perhaps some sort of clarity.
Right?
His
Like the
words,
giant
although
winged
muddled.
black and red demon with a giant purple tail.
Well, yes, that. But we also heard of some crypts. I do not know what he sees these as. I don't know. He refers to them as crypts, but I don't know what they might really be. Perhaps we will have to investigate.
So grave robbing wouldn't be the first time.
It may be where Wastri's followers are hiding.
Maybe. That's a good lead we've got so far. Did we able to get anything out of regards to the name of the dude that we have? Ruben Rasso? Russo. Sorry, Ruben Russo.
Jalu shakes his head. I could not
Damn.
find.
Are you able to find anything in there in regards to the symbol? Because I couldn't get anything out of him. He's too far
Yeah.
gone.
Jalu will kind of open up his pack a little bit to show the pauldron that's in there. I found this inside.
That looks like Barton's gonna study it. Does he notice any? Does Barton notice anything in particular about it, aside from the fact that it looks like it's been sitting in like waste in a dilapidated home for a long time?
No, you don't notice anything extra about it. No.
All right, well that looks like well that's something, but
Yeah.
well
think
that's
if
something we got so far.
Yes.
I mean, it proves that he's connected to it in some way, shape, or form. So who
Jalu
knows?
wants- We could also possibly take it to an armorer. He may be able
True.
to tell us more, though how useful that information will be, I am not sure.
Right.
At this point, I would take any information as opposed to none.
True. Any information is better than no information.
Jalu will just turn to kind of look at the disheveled house, see what the others are doing in there.
Yeah, Salem would have left with Zalu
Okay.
then.
Okay.
Yeah, Chungus
Galactor.
probably would have walked out as well.
Galactor
Okay.
will pull a candle out of his pack
Okay.
and hand it to him. He was like, "May this light your way, King."
You see him gladly take the candle, and he sticks it in a bent candle holder. It now leans to the side, but it is stuck in there.
Shit, I have expected him to eat it.
Same.
I'm guessing you step outside with everybody else?
Yeah.
Alright. So you all step outside.
Yep.
And that is where we're going to call this a session.
Let's go talk some more.